Cameras. They're used in our everyday life. They're found in schools, banks, and on our streets. We use them for crime stopping, the arts, or just to have fun and keep good memories. But what made the camera so popular? In this video, we look at Kodachrome and how it changed history by making the camera easy and enjoyable for everyone. In 1878, George Eastman became one of the first men to invent gelatin dry plates. This way of photography was much more convenient than the previous wet plates that required almost immediate development of the picture. A photographer using dry plates could get their pictures developed in their own time. Dry plates continued to grow more and more popular throughout the late 19th and 20th century, but still people continued to search for a new, faster way to take pictures. In 1935, it came by way of musicians Leopold Manns and Leopold Godowsky Jr. Manns and Godowsky met as teenagers, sharing their fascination with photography. Both went on to study music, but continued in their search for a way to make colored photography. They were able to get funding in their research from Eastman Kodak and were hired and given a team of researchers. After much work, Manns and Godowsky came up with a working film that was announced by Kodak on April 12, 1935, as the world's first lasting color film, Kodachrome. At first, Kodachrome films faded badly in small amounts of time, but by 1938 the inventors perfected their creation, and the product they developed is almost the same as the films that could be bought in recent years. The Kodachrome industry boomed. There had been color photography in one way or another since the 1860s, but capturing these types of photos meant dealing with glass plates, heavy equipment, and lasting exposure time, and these photos were still less than satisfactory. Kodachrome had a different way of taking pictures than other films. While other color films have their dyes prematurely on the film, Kodachrome photos don't get their color until development. It's basically like a black and white film before it gets processed. Not only is Kodachrome film quick and easy to develop, the dye would stay in the picture if treated properly for over 100 years. When it comes to film photography, Kodachrome dominated in the 20th century. Kodachrome was at its peak in the 60s and 70s when Americans started a trend of documenting every birthday, holiday, and special occasion. The Afghan Girl, a photograph taken by National Geographic photographer Steve McCurry, was shot using Kodachrome. When Paul Simon sang "Mama Don't Take My Kodachrome Away" in 1973, no one ever suspected that Kodachrome would ever leave. Kodachrome was everywhere, from capturing images of the Hindenburg explosion in 1936 to an accidental film of John F. Kennedy's assassination. But this popularity couldn't last forever. Soon there were newer ways to develop films, with speeds that Kodachrome simply couldn't keep up with. Sales started to decline in the 1980s until finally the 21st century marked the beginning of the digital age. Kodachrome was retired June of 2009. Dwayne's Photos in Kansas is the only company in the United States still developing it. Even this will probably only continue until the end of 2010. Steve McCurry will be given one of the last remaining rolls to shoot, and the rest will be donated to the George Eastman House, a museum in New York. Kodak had a hard time deciding to retire it because of all the history it has captured, but the rise in digital decided for them. Kodachrome will forever be the first choice to all true photographers, even if they cannot get it. One photograph at a time, Kodachrome has colored our history and our world, and the pictures will make sure we never forget it.